Hey, what's up, guys? Gonna change things up a little bit because I'm trying to figure out maybe something new will work for my channel. So instead of talking about a specific topic about the news, I'm just gonna go through Google News, might go through USA Today, MSN, whatever, like all those websites that congregate a bunch of news articles and just, I don't know, just go through some shit and see if anything's interesting, give my opinion on anything I want to talk about. Kind of like a news roundup sort of thing. That first story I don't care about. It's just sexual misconduct allegations at CBS. I just don't care. If it happened, it happened. You should go to court. If not, then you're just another lying bitch. There's nothing to say about this. You know, of course, sexual misconduct is bad. And that's the end of it. But this story is much more interesting. This is probably the top news story of the day, along with that Cohen tape thing. That was more
Trump sticking.
YouTube video. Jesus Christ, I'm making a YouTube video. Here we go. Yes, open it. Now I'll put all of these links in the description. Let's have a running tab here so you guys can look at it at your leisure. Trump starts playing the government shutdown game again. Well, as libertarians, isn't really a problem. You're shutting the government? Fine, go ahead. There is nothing Donald Trump enjoys more than issuing threats, real, reversible, or entirely empty. You know, why do I even do this to myself? Why do I even read these stupid articles? I mean, because it's funny. I mean, I try to make it funny. Not really, but, you know, like, try to have some humor in just the shit show that is politics nowadays, and the media in general. Like, what kind of hyperbole statement is that for, like, you should never write something like that ever. That is so monumentally stupid to write. First of all, he acts like Donald Trump issues threats all the time, which he doesn't. He doesn't issue threats any more than any other world leader. He acts like Obama never threatened his opponents or other world leaders or our enemies across countries or whatever. He acts like Donald Trump's the only person who does this. And then for every single negative action that he's going to describe about Donald Trump, he's going to say, like, I don't know, like deporting kids. He can write the same thing. There is nothing Donald Trump enjoys more than deporting kids. Deporting illegal immigrants' kids, or whatever. It's like, well, if you say that about every single thing that he does, then which one does he actually enjoy the most? If you hyperbolize, it's like when you hyperbolize everything, it's, oh, this is the worst thing I've ever seen. Well, if you say it about everything, then what is the actual worst thing you've seen? That kind of makes that a statement or that descriptive not important because you say that about everything. And this is the hyperbole I'm talking about. Not specifically, you can take this as one example, but the hyperbole about Trump is this, well, if you hyperbolize every single thing about him, then it's meaningless. When you call everything he does racist, well, then you've made the term not mean anything because him walking is racist. So the possibility of a government shutdown, which arises regularly when annual or more often stopgap appropriations are due to expire, is a happy perennial sandbox for the president. Like Obama or Clinton never did this. But that's beside the point. We've already established that the mainstream media has a short-term memory loss. Convenient whenever the person is not in power, but that's beside the point. He started making shutdown threats from the moment he signed a bill extending appropriations till the end of the fiscal year. So, as a libertarian, I gotta point this out. This is the whole problem to begin with. Like I heard in the news today, oh yeah, the government, they have to get this spending bill passed, otherwise they're going to run out of money in September, I believe. And it's like, but you're already more than $20 trillion in debt. You're not going to quote-unquote run out of money. You ran out of money a long time ago. When you're this much in debt, quote-unquote running out of money is meaningless. You can print as much money as you want. How are you running out of money? Oh, because of your stupid, out-of-control spending. But again, I've already talked about that a lot. That's just so stupid. It's like, the guy's $20 trillion in debt. He's like, oh yeah, I need to pass this, otherwise I'm going to run out of money. But you ran out of money like decades ago. How do you not realize that? His complaints included both the supposedly excessive domestic spending that Republicans have been forced to accept in order to get a funding bill out of the Senate, and more pointedly, his failure to secure border wall funding. Well, he said Mexico will pay for it, but that's really not going to happen. We're going to pay for it, and then he's going to quote-unquote make Mexico pay it back. That's beside the point on why he's retarded. You think I support this guy? Like every other video, I say how he is monumentally stupid. That doesn't mean the radical leftists are any better. In fact, they're worse than he is. But it's like the supposedly excessive domestic spending. Maybe we can find how much this. So 2000 domestic spending bill total. I don't know if that's enough to. What was this? That was back in March. What I'm talking about is that the supposedly excessive, yes, it is excessive. There's no supposedly about any domestic spending that any government, Republican or Democrat, has passed in the past 30 plus years that has not been excessive. We've been running this country into the ground, and that's why we have $20 trillion in debt. So don't give me this bullshit of it's supposedly excessive. No, it's fucking excessive as shit. I will look for the, let me try that. I don't care about March 2019, it's so long ago. Yes, this is how long they have to, until they have to pass this bill. Come on, I want the total. $154 billion. If that happens, it will mark the most productive burst, quote unquote productive. Government spending is not productive, but let's just ignore that fact because I'm just talking about the total. Quote unquote, that is so ironic. I can't even finish that sentence. That is so fucking retarded to call $154 billion spending by the government as productive. But anyway, burst of appropriations activity on the Senate floor before the annual August break since 2000. So this is the biggest burst, I guess he means increase, the biggest increase of government spending since 2000, 18 fucking years ago, and you have the gall to tell me this is supposedly excessive? Get fucked. Holy fuck, you're stupid. I knew as soon as I read this that this is retarded. And I looked at the numbers. Oh, and look, I was right. Oh. Add that to the list. I hate to act all superior and shit, but the biggest increase in 18 years, billions and billions of dollars. Oh, let's just look up the current national debt because I don't know if it's 20 trillion. I mean, shit, it goes up so fast I can hardly keep track of it unless I look at it. Current national debt, yeah. This is a handy dandy too. I love this website because it's in real time. Yeah, 21 trillion. I know. Look at this. Look at this. Look at these numbers. Look at this. Look at all this red. Look at all this just out of control fucking spending. Look at the deficit. Look at the. Oh my god. Look at this. Look how long we have been shitty. You know, better now than we were with Obama, but still, fucking shitty as shit. Add this to, I think I've already put this in the previous video, but since that doesn't help you guys much, I have dozens of videos. So look at that, just, okay, so whoever said this, whoever wrote this, supposedly, okay, who's this retard? Ed Kilgore, who's this fucking stupid ass, can't even finish my sentence. Yeah, I want to see what he looks like. I want to see what kind of fucking idiot thinks the $154 billion of spending on top of a $21 trillion debt is not excessive. Search, damn it. That's him? Are you kidding me? him. Yes, this is New York. This is New York. This is him. You're a political columnist for the New York Magazine, and you have that as your profile picture? That is so creepy. It's, first of all, it's a horrible picture. It's blurry as hell, and you look like a creep. Like, holy fucking shit, dog. No wonder you're dumb. Your mom must have drank so much when you were in her belly, because Jesus Christ, that explains your looks, and that explains your fucking retarded ass fucking opinion. Okay, well, now that we're done with that, can we go further into his stupid fucking article? I don't know if I already talked like, I don't know, 10 or so minutes on this. On the latter front, Paul Ryan and Mitch McConnell met with Trump last week and began signaling that the piece of shit, the President of the United States, will come around and let the government stay open, even if he didn't get the $25 billion he demanded for his precious wall, as The Hill reported. Look how, like, unbiased this is, that he throws in, like, precious wall, like sarcastically saying it, like he's calling it stupid, like, his precious little thingamajig. You know, I've already explained why the Trump border wall is one of the few good ideas that Trump has had. But apparently a border wall is racist. So apparently every country on earth is racist because they have borders and immigration laws. So, okay, here's a shift here. Let's talk about cognitive dissonance that the left must have. So the left constantly say that only white people can be racist. So all these non-white people, let's say Mexico, excuse me, let's say Mexico, for example, they're non-white, therefore they can't be racist because they don't have institutional power. Okay. But yet you also say that having borders, immigration laws is racist. Mexico has borders and immigration laws. So which one is it? Are they racist or not racist? How can you fucking answer that if you believe their logic? Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell said on Friday that a battle over funding for the controversial U.S.-Mexico border wall will probably wait until after the fall elections. I don't really give a shit at this point. If it happens, great. If it doesn't, well, that's just another failed promise by a politician, which, add that to the running tally. McConnell's comments on Friday came after Ryan's signal this week that the fight over the border wall funding could be pushed until after September 30th deadline. That's just what you said. Okay, whatever. Oh, I hate reading, like, political statements where it's a bunch of, like, flimsy, fluffy words. Like, literally, these two paragraphs are the same thing. I don't care. What makes this tweet interesting and maddening is that Trump seems to be linking a shutdown threat to the changes in the legal immigration system that he's been demanding, which, unlike border wall funding, is not an appropriations item. In case anyone missed it, he did a tweet on Monday making immigration law changes a priority. You know what amazing? The amazing thing, when I left Twitter, I'd say I hardly got on it last year, and only got on a little bit this year, and I fully quit earlier this year. You know what this amazing thing is? I never have to see any of these dumb tweets that people talk about. I never have to see it. Isn't it amazing that when you disconnect from a website, how little meaning none, influence that website has on the real world? It's just a fucking website, people. It is just a fucking website where you enter, 160 characters, 140 characters. Who gives a shit what Donald Trump tweets? That has no policy, that holds no value policy-wise at all. He can say whatever he wants, and it doesn't matter because he has to make a executive, whatever the fuck the presidents do, they're not supposed to. Or, yeah, executive order. Unless it's that, then I don't care what he tweets. Like, Jesus Christ. I cannot take this article anymore. I'm sorry. It is an interesting one. Why are so many leftists skeptical of the Russian investigation? Wow, even so many leftists are skeptical of your fucking bullshit, and you wonder why that's the case? Maybe because, I think this goes into the, no, it's not on the trending stories. The Russia thing, the Cohen thing, is not on the trending, news articles. Wow, that's surprising. Probably because this, government shutdown thing beat it out. Yeah, I don't see it anywhere. But this has been people talking about for literally 2 years now. They were talking about a lot just yesterday, on Sunday. That was a top news story before, again, this one beat it out. So it's only, when was this made? Yesterday, see? Why is so many leftists skeptical of the Russian investigation? Because you have been going on wailing like pathetic fucking babies for 2 years now, and you have not one shred of evidence that anything bad happened. It's all hyperbole, it's all manufactured outrage, it's all virtue signaling, it's just complete horseshit. Every single last one of it. And that's why so many people, including leftists now, even your own party, don't believe anything you say and just think it's completely stupid. Man, I'm running out of steam fast. I don't know how people do this. Like, I thought about streaming for like 2 hours. You know, some people do these massive streams. They go through all these articles. Like, I don't know how they have the stamina for this. This is so freaking stupid. I already clicked on this article, so I have to go through it. I already started it. As you move from the right to the left, the ideological spectrum, skepticism of the Russia scandal gives way to suspicions that it covers up something serious. But somewhere on the left, right around the fault line where Barack Obama is deemed to have a bad president, opinion turns back again towards skepticism. Wait, what? Is he saying that some leftists thought Obama was a bad president? Okay, fine, whatever. That's not the point of the article. The purest form of the sentiment on the far left is a vain... What? So he's saying that not only is some of the leftists are skeptical, but far leftists are skeptical? Really? It's gone that far? Okay. The far left is a vein of attacks that are almost indistinguishable from Republican rhetoric about the investigation. The Intercept's Glenn Greenwald has gone from insisting evidence of Russian interference should be discounted until Robert Mueller produced some indictments, to now saying indictments themselves should be discounted. It depends who's making the indictment, I guess. But yes, we should discount thinking that the Russians interfered unless we have evidence. I don't think that's too bad a thing to think. Okay. Greenwald regularly appears on Tucker Carlson's show to dismiss the Russia witch hunt, as does the Nation's Stephen Cohen. Oh, another Jewish name, what a fucking surprise. Aaron Matei, another Nation contributor, has scoffed at what he calls alleged Russian meddling. Alleged? Question mark? Are you saying it's alleged? You don't believe our narrative? You don't think the Russians hacked the election? Oh my god! And insisted that the... I'm sorry, that was really off the wall. And insisted that Trump's campaign solicitation of help from Russia is no worse than the Clinton campaign hiring a British investigator to uncover Trump's ties to Russia. Lying to reporters is not an indictable offense, and neither is showing a willingness to obtain foreign dirt. Yeah. I mean, foreign dirt, what he means is intelligence gathered by foreign entities. That's not a problem. Why would that be a problem? Are you going to discount something, evidence, because it came from foreign governments? Is that being a little... Man, this is hard to follow. Yes, it's like, okay, like, let's just take all this fucking shit, for example. Yes. anything that the Russians did is no worse than Obama commenting on who he wants the British Prime Minister, like when Britain had their elections, their parliamentary elections. It's no different than when Obama said, "Oh, I want the Labour Party to win instead of the Conservatives," and all the media in the U.S. ran all these stories saying how Labour is so cool and Conservatives all bad, whatever. How was that any different than Russia doing the exact same thing about our election? That's not interference. That's just commenting. It's just giving your opinion. So whenever you give your opinion on something, that's interfering with something? Or are you saying that no other country is allowed to give their opinion on an election in another country? If that's what you want the rule to be, then go ahead. But you have to apply your standards evenly. That means Obama can never say anything about, I don't know, an election in Brazil. He can never say anything. Otherwise, he is swaying people's mind. And the media can't do that either. The U.S. media can never say anything about an election in Brazil. Otherwise, that's tainting with their elections and ruining their democracy. See, that's the logic that people are using whenever Russian bots talk smack about Hillary on Facebook and shit. What? This has been going on for decades now, with foreign entities giving their opinions on the election in the United States. It literally, no one cared until 2016. Why? Because they were talking smack about your candidate. Like just what the fuck are you talking about? Situated just to the right of this faction is a slightly less extreme form of skepticism about the Russian investigation. It does not justify or deny Russia hacking. Instead, it criticizes liberals for caring too much about Russia. Oh. Again, how is this wrong? He's producing all these arguments that leftists have against the Russian investigation. He's like, look at the stupid arguments. They're so radical. They don't make any sense. These people, just, like, whatever. It's like, actually, all these arguments make complete sense, and the only argument that doesn't make sense is yours saying that Russia hacked the election. But Russia and Posits? I never heard that word before. That Russia fixation is somehow preventing the left from prosecuting a populist case against Trump. This goes on for, oh my, okay, it's not that long. I don't know how, it's just gobbledygook. It's just, this is an argument more about mood and tone. Who the fuck cares? How is this news? Why am I reading this? Why am I wasting my time with this? We're just going to finish up this article because seriously, I could be here for hours. I have reviewed 2 articles in about 22-ish minutes. Look at all these articles I can talk about. I can be here for hours and hours and hours talking about this stupid fucking crap. Oh my god. I don't care about them. We'll just skip this paragraph because this is completely fucking retarded in comparison to the rest of the article, which is already retarded. So that's just amazing. You can look at something retarded and make it look not retarded because that's how retarded you are. Oh my god. Putin didn't single-handedly elect Trump over Clinton, writes Kruger, rebutting an accusation that no one has made. Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? This guy honestly thinks that no one has ever said that exact line? That is what hundreds of thousands of liberals have been saying for years now. Putin handed Trump the election. Trump is Putin's puppet. Putin installed Trump in the White House. Are you fucking kidding me? No. We are going to prove this person again, just like we proved the other person completely wrong with his supposedly remark. So who the fuck is this fucking idiot? Wow. Complete beta cuck. Exactly what I expected. Just a complete fucking faggot who literally has 0 testosterone and just looks like, again, creepy. What a fucking surprise. Well, that's just, imagine my shock. Look at that. I'm so cool, man. Look at me. Okay, so let's look into what was the exact phrase? at this. Look at this. Oh, whoa. Jonathan Chait, if that's how you say your stupid fucking name. Did I put this in? Did I put this article? Yes, I did. So we're gonna end this now because I don't know if this was a good video or not. Look at this stupid, like, just. My God. Where were we in this stupid article? Here we go. Oh, Kruger. Oh, Kruger didn't say that. Oh, but he wrote it. He put it in the article. Catherine Kruger. Look, she said this exact phrase. Yeah, that's you. Oh my God, the irony that someone who makes retarded statements saying that someone is losing their... No, I'm not going to disable block. You piece of shit. Oh, that's such a stereotypical liberal white woman. Wow, that is just... These people are perpetuating stereotypes so amazingly awesome that it's just amazing. And now you're going to say, oh, I thought you were off of Twitter. Yeah, I'm permanently signed in on this computer. See, I haven't checked it in 10,000 years. Whatever. Okay, so she's claiming, Kruger... Putin, she's saying that no one's ever said Putin didn't single-handedly elect Trump over Clinton. Okay, I just Googled it. Did Putin turn Trump into his puppet? Hillary Clinton was exactly right about Trump being Putin's puppet. Excuse me. Trump is making the case he's Putin's puppet. Trump needs to stop acting like Putin's puppet. Okay, there's other articles saying he's not his puppet. I'm not going to deny that. There are other articles saying that Trump is not Putin's puppet. But there are plenty of articles, plenty of news organizations, Vox, BBC, CNN, and USA Today, huge organizations that have reaches of millions of people saying that Trump is Putin's puppet. And this dumb-ass fucking retarded bitch honestly thinks that no one has said that Putin didn't single-handedly elect Trump over Clinton. Well, this part she didn't say. So I would say, like, I don't know who to blame, Jonathan Chait or Kruger, for this little annotation that is completely wrong. But regardless of the fact, whoever wrote that, fucking retarded.